Okay, we're going to be looking at the OSPF to RIP interaction here, and this is relatively simple. We've got the policy statements here. They're going to be the export and the import on the RIP. We're going to be reusing this filter RIP import because we're going to be using the same tag numbers as we used with ISIS, tag number 123, and that's going to make this whole process really quite simple. So, exporting out the RIP, we're going to select it with the policy statement with OSPF, tag it with 123 and accept it and export it out. And then on the other ASVR on the way in, we're going to be selecting from the RIP, from the tag, and then rejecting. Let's have a little look at some of the values. So let's say that we had OSPF in the table here and it was sitting there with a preference of 10. As it goes out to the RIP, remember the RIP has had the preference lowered to 14. But even if it was 100, the fact is that the 10 could easily defend itself in the table. However, what we have here in OSPF3 in this particular router is it's full of externals. And these externals have been placed there prior to this example, so it's nothing to do with the work that we're doing. Now, if you had an external sitting at 150 and this went out to RIP, either at 14 preference or at 100, the OSPF could not defend itself. So consequently, we're tagging and blocking on the OSPF in the same way. Now, let's have a look the other way around, exporting out of the OSPF. So here, the route will be selected from RIP, it will be tagged and accepted, very similar way to ISIS. We're going to be sending it out, obviously, the IPv4 realm, because it's an IPv4 route. And in the same way, we've got this tag and block. So as the route comes back in from the OSPF, the tag and block is present, and that is going to be preventing the route from usurping the value in the routing table. So let's just have a look at the values very quickly. We're going to be coming out at 14. It's going to be coming into OSPF at 150. 150, we're going to be tagging and blocking, but in a sense we wouldn't need to because the RIP is sitting there at 14 and able to defend itself.